So, hey, Kathy, how's it going?
Hi, Christy. Going good. How about you?
I jumped on you on our little intro, but yeah, I'm doing good. I'm
Good.
actually not snowing like you. It's already December, Kathy.
I
Where did the
know.
summer
It's crazy,
go?
isn't it?
Yep.
It
So
is.
we're
It's
going to have
crazy.
to start dressing warm.
Yes. I like that part of it. And I'm excited for the holidays. I'm really looking forward to the New Year. So it's all good. Bring it on.
Hey, is that in the mirror
Bring it on.
behind you? Is that snow on the trees or is that just the trees? I can't tell because the sun is also at the level where it might be shining.
Yeah. It's the sun is hitting the trees right now. So
Mm,
the snow is on the ground, but not on the trees right now.
ugh. All
So tell me
right.
how your NaNoWriMo went.
Oh, don't even ask. No, I'm just
You
kidding.
nanoed and you rimoed?
I really started out pretty strong. And I feel like I know what I need to do, and I was doing pretty good. But then went on vacation, and even though I
That's a
said I
good
was
thing.
going to
Vacation's
be,
good.
yeah, it was sort of a double-edged thing. You know how things are going on in life, and then also when I was on the vacation, I wanted to do the fun stuff, and then there really wasn't like a good time where I could set aside without being a bummer. So I just said, all right, I'm just going to have fun. So now that I'm back,
Yeah.
unfortunately, we
Back
only
on
have a
track?
couple days when we're recording this. This comes out beginning of December, but we only have a couple more days. So I'll
Hmm.
try to get in, a few hundred words each day at least. But I'm on a roll. I know
Wow,
what
that
I'm
sounds
doing
very
a little
good.
bit. Did you try anything of it?
I I did not particularly focus on NaNoWriMo by any means, but I have been getting some consistent work in. And
Mm-hmm.
that's where I'm at. So I didn't really try to start or stop by, December or November. Sorry. I always thought November was, yeah, I thought November was a hard month too because it does have the holidays and it's not just Thanksgiving. If you are traveling or you're participating, it's a whole period of time.
Right.
And then everyone's starting to get ready for whatever holidays are coming up in
Yep.
December for them. And so
S-
I've always thought that was a strange month.
Speaking of that, it's December, so now it's gifting
What?
time. And that's why
Okay,
I
let's
wanted
talk
to
about
talk
gifting.
about minimalist gifting because Kathy, I have been
Mm,
like on this roll, well, in my mind, not maybe physically, but in my mind, I've been on a roll of I need to minimalize my life, and so I'll just
yeah,
like, okay, I've got to
yeah.
just empty this closet. There is so much stuff that I have. Like I don't even know what to do with it, and my frugal self doesn't want to just throw it away or give it away because I'm like, this costs money. I want to, so I got to figure out that whole situation, get past my anxiety with that. But that means I do not want more coming into my house. And so I've kind of been like
Yeah.
trying to tell
Yeah.
people that. And, people love giving gifts. I mean, who doesn't? But at this point, I want
Yeah.
I want minimalist gifting. So I thought maybe we could talk about that because
Mm.
you always have such good ideas. So I kind of feel like there's like certain categories. Like there's the gifts that you consume.
Yeah.
So that's minimalist. I mean, like honestly, give me a
Yeah.
bottle of wine. It'll be gone. It won't sit around my house.
Yeah.
Food, books, right?
Yeah.
And then I mean,
You
there's
know
other
what
things that we use. I don't know what, but
I love a food gift. What I love about a food gift is that it doesn't have to be expensive. I mean, you can put together a little cocoa and popcorn evening and write somebody a note and be like, I think this would pair well with this movie that's free on cable. You
oh,
could
that's
really
awesome. I
just
remember
it
that.
just
Did
yeah.
you ever do
I
that when your
so I
kids
love
were
I love
little?
a food gift.
Like I remember making a layered cookie dough thing. You did it
Oh
in like
yeah.
a mason jar, and then you put the ingredients layered
Hmm.
so that it looked really pretty, and
Yeah.
that's a good
Yeah.
idea.
I love that. But I also think though, if you don't know the person that you're gifting, I don't know about food necessarily because I know you very much have a hard time getting rid of things because, whatever reason. And so my mother-in-law does that as well, and she receives so many food gifts and she can't bring herself to get rid of them, whether it's just not something, she just doesn't have enough
Right.
space to consume it. And so then she's always trying to re-gift her food gifts. I'm
Oh,
like,
that's kind of
this is
bad.
just, it's, yeah, it's a lot. And she comes and she's like you, she's very frugal and she really wants to be using everything. And she gets an awful lot of gifts of meat and then
Oh, and
always
we
is
know she's
regifting
got
them to
meat.
us.
I mean, she lives
Right.
on
And so
a
that's so interesting.
ranch.
But yeah, so I always just say with food gifts, be thoughtful about who you're giving it to.
Yeah. Yeah, kids
But
maybe cookies. I mean, I
I
won't
love
cut
that.
one cookies either or anything at this point. I mean, that
Right.
would be just one more
Right.
thing. Yeah.
But like a nice hors d'oeuvre, wouldn't you love a little meat and cheese on a plate? And that would be a
Yes.
lovely gift for you.
Yes.
That would
I
be
really
lovely.
like
So,
the
I really
idea of. Go ahead. I want to hear.
I like experiences. I just like
Yes.
experiences.
I knew you were going to say that
That's
because
my
that's what
favorite
I
thing.
like too. Yeah. And I mean, and I have done
Hmm.
that before. I mean, I usually do that with my kids
Yeah.
just because it's like I want to do stuff with them. So I'll be like, okay. Or I
Yeah.
know they want to do some event that they can't really afford with their friends. So I'll get them, 2 tickets to a concert or, you know,
I love that.
that kind of thing. Um,
That's what we're doing this year as we're taking everybody on vacation
oh,
in lieu
fun.
of Christmas. So this is the first time I've really kind of skipping Christmas. Like I'm really not
Kathy, I haven't
doing
talked to you in so
much for
long. I'm so glad
Christmas.
we're doing this episode because where are you
Yeah.
going and what are you doing?
We are going to the Dominican Republic
Oh,
and we let the kids choose and they actually chose a resort that we've been to before, which to me was just so easy. I mean, it was like I didn't have to pile through all the research. They knew exactly where they wanted to go back, and so we're doing that in lieu of Christmas this year. And
oh,
I
nice.
can't this has been the easiest Christmas season I have ever had because normally I do Christmas pretty big and
Mm-hmm.
it's incredibly stressful and expensive. And I don't know, I just am enjoying my time a lot more this month.
Yeah,
And I think it's because, you know, we are, I am very much looking forward to having time with them, which, as you say, is all you want. But um, though I will tell you this, I have a kind of a bad foreboding feeling because we get back on basically midnight the 22nd, so the 23rd, and I've had many of my usual company inform me that they're still coming on Christmas. And I was like, I was
oh, so
not
you're not
planning to get
actually
back from a
going
trip.
on Christmas. Oh, the
No,
next year you have to do
we're going
that.
a week before. Yeah, we
Mm,
we just couldn't make it work with the dates this year with
mm-hmm.
everybody's work schedules. And so I have a little fear that I'm going to come back to a house full of people expecting Christmas, but I will be putting in a frozen pizza and maybe a Caesar salad from a bag. That is what I
Good.
will be serving. So
Good for
I'm
you.
going to stick with this
And you
plan.
already have
Yeah.
up, you sounded like on the last episode you mentioned lights outside. So you already have some lights outside for the holidays?
We we do. I do really enjoy Christmas lights. And so
Mm-hmm.
but I had told my daughters actually we were going to the Pink concert a few weeks ago. I was like, I'm not going to decorate this year.
Mm-hmm.
And they were mortified. I mean, mortified.
Right.
And so, and I do also
But then you say
appreciate,
you guys
some.
come do
So
it and I don't have to.
well, they offered, but it's like doing laundry. Doing laundry is not starting laundry. Doing laundry is making it disappear from my mudroom, and I don't have to know that it even was done. And I had a very, again, foreboding feeling that they would, yes, undo all the bins, but maybe not put it back for next. And I just thought, I
Right.
can't take that. So I went and bought some new Christmas decorations, very minimal, just a couple things. And so I didn't have to even get into those bins
Mm-hmm.
because it's like a, it's like a whirling dervish. It's like, oh, when
It
you open
sure
one,
is.
then, you
That's
want.
yeah.
And so, yeah, so we just did a little exterior, a little interior. We're enjoying the lights, and that's it. No decorations, just the little lights.
Kathy,
So,
your whole house is like my picture of Christmas without the decorations. I mean, you got the
what?
fireplace, you've got the snow outside. It just feels like Christmas
Oh,
no matter what. I know it doesn't to you
it
but
does.
to
It does.
somebody from Florida it does. So you don't have to do
No,
much. Put it like
I
a
have to say
cinnamon candle out or
it,
something.
it snowed last week here, and everybody in my family was just overjoyed,
Aw.
thrilled, because it does just make it feel like the holiday. And so, and I was happy to pull out my swimming suits while I was enjoying the snow. I was literally starting to pack while the snow was coming
Oh,
down. But
fun.
I love, what you always show me such cool decorations down in Florida. I love how you guys just go ham on the lights, because I
Hmm.
think because you don't have snow, you guys just go crazy on the lights, which I think is so
Yeah.
fun.
Yeah, and actually, I already have my tree. I'm smelling it now, and I went when my friend kind of made me. She was in town, and I was so exhausted. But Thanksgiving weekend, we went, and I actually have a Korean fir. That's what they had at Home
Oh my
Depot, and she was like, "You have to get it." So I'm like, "Okay." So it looks just like a regular Christmas tree, but it was a little bushier, like little bushier. So we'll
Never
see.
heard of a Korean fur. I love
I
that.
know, I know. So they have them at Home Depot apparently, and so we'll see. We'll see if it lasts. We'll
Yeah.
see how it's
Yeah.
different. But in honor of my daughter, who is coming home for
That's
Christmas, yeah,
when did she get home?
she
Like
gets on
before
Christmas
or
Eve.
after?
Christmas Eve
Oh,
on
she
that day.
does.
Yeah. Hmm.
Oh, that's so exciting.
And
And
Connor
so,
gets in the 23rd, so it's gonna be all
oh,
right then. Yeah.
so you're not going to be doing Mitchford gifts? You're going to do some minimal gifting? You're going to
No, and
stick
now
to
I
it, or are
think
you
my
going to
kids would tell you
buckle?
that other than when they were little, I'm not the greatest in multitude gifts. I usually give like one or two that I know they'll really like, and sometimes they are.
Yeah.
And especially because she's in Korea, so it's not like she can bring a bunch back, you know?
Yeah. What are you going to send back with
So
her?
I
Yeah.
like, okay. Unfortunately, last year, I got COVID right after Christmas, so that put a damper on things because she was having to go back, so she really couldn't be exposed. But this year, I mean, maybe we'll do something like, to spend a day, go to the Keys, go kayaking, just all that kind of stuff. Or I
Love
don't know.
that.
We'll have to see what we can fit in and what I can come up with. There's all kinds of stuff that, happens around here, concerts and
Yeah, you guys have
things.
so many great activities. I love that you wanted to talk about minimalist gifting, because yeah, I my default is definitely a gift.
Hmm.
That's I'm good at finding a gift for somebody. I try to find, but I have to work a little harder to do something that's not just a thing I think they
Hmm.
might enjoy. And I think that's so true. Not everybody wants more things. And
I think the
so I
older
like
we
that you wanted to
get, the
talk about this
harder it
because
is, because we already have so much, you know.
we
When
do
you're
have a
when you're
lot. We do.
younger, it's like, oh, I really want this or I really want that. But new gadgets come
Yeah.
out, but then you have to get rid of the old, and it's a whole nother can of worms. Anyway, well, I'm so excited that you're
Worms.
going
That's
on
what
a
you could give. You
trip.
could give worms. Thank you.
Worms. Worms. I once did a workshop on worms. I went down to the Keys and did an actual workshop on microscopic worms for my
Oh,
graduate thesis. Yeah, it was
I was
very
thinking
interesting.
about like night crawlers for fishermen.
I
I'm
know
taking
the
these.
worms
I
that
don't have any good
Cameron
ideas here at
ate in
all.
Korea, they kind of look like they were, or like, I don't know, maybe they're silkworms or something. I don't know.
Were they alive? The worms that she ate were alive?
No, I don't think so. No, they weren't like
Hmm.
moving, but they weren't fried. I don't think. They look like noodles almost, but there was a bunch of worms. Fat worms, yeah.
I admire it. I'm gonna say that. I admire it. I don't have any intention of replicating it, but I admire her for doing
Yeah.
that.
I do. I admire
I
her
think.
too.
I'm not
I'm
even sure if
very,
I can say
very
that. Maybe.
surprised. It's so funny. Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't eat everything, my daughter, but whatever.
I know
Anyway.
you don't have to eat it all. Well, how fun. What a great conversation.
Yes, yes. All right. Well, Kathy, enjoy your evening and go pack those bathing suits, and I'll just get my bathing suit on for tomorrow.
Yeah, you just can go get in your pool.
Yeah, there you go. Cheers.
Okay. Cheers.